Hi guys, welcome to my channel. This is Nayeli, and for today's video, I'm doing a mini review of the MAC XL, or basically the collaboration between MAC and Lisa from Blackpink. And I am super duper excited to be doing this video. I feel like I just found out about this pretty recently. I didn't see a whole lot of marketing for it. I think I just got an ad for it on Facebook. I was like, oh my gosh, I need to get on this. And it still seemed that it wasn't completely sold out. So I was like, oh, okay, I'll take my time and look at some of the products. And of course, the first thing that lured me in was the highlighter because it included a design of such a beautiful flower on it, which is supposed to be Lisa's favorite flower. But yeah, the design of it is super beautiful, and I feel like lately I've been seeing brands do really intricate patterns on highlighters. I think it's becoming a little bit more popular. So seeing that just really made me gravitate towards it. However, when I actually tried to purchase it, because I saw the highlighter and then I was like, okay, let's look at other stuff. I was like, oh, okay, probably the thing that I like the most is a highlighter, even though I don't normally use highlighter because I already tend to have kind of an oily skin type and I don't wear a whole lot of makeup in general. I think I was just really more so gonna buy it because of the packaging and because of the look of the highlighter itself and the design rather than the use of a highlighter. But of course, when I was gonna try to actually shop for it, it was sold out. Quite frankly, I feel like when it comes to eyeshadows, because I don't use a whole lot of makeup, I just don't see the need for me to go out of my way and out of my pocket to purchase items that I am not going to be wearing on a very normal basis. Like the palettes that I already have, I use them very seldomly. I feel like I just don't really have an excuse to purchase another palette, especially when they're like $54 or at a higher expense than that. I saw the palette and it looked really pretty. Of course, there was that one shade that was very unusual. It looked almost like swirly candy. Kind of reminded me of candy cane, but like swirled. I was very intrigued by it, but even then, I just couldn't really bring myself to purchase it. Things that I do wear in makeup is definitely lipstick. So I definitely wanted to purchase a lip product, and then other than that, I wasn't really finding things that I wear on a day-to-day basis. So I figured, okay, what if I just try to purchase something that Lisa herself wears a lot of or is kind of known for? And you know, her signature look is to have like that cute little black wing eyeliner. So then I figured that I would just purchase the eyeliner, and I was in between purchasing the brown and the black one, but I ultimately went for the black because that is what she normally wears. I really did want to give the brown one a try, but the reason why I say this is going to be a mini review is because I really just got two products. I got the eyeliner and I got one of the liquid lipsticks. When you're purchasing things with your own money, things can get a little bit pricey, and especially MAC is a brand that's not super low end when it comes to pricing. It has good quality, but the price point is kind of mid-range, but still not as attainable for a lot of people. So I figured that I would just try to let you guys know my pure and honest opinions about these two products. I'm of course really excited because they are MAC products, and I feel like when I was a kid I just kind of like looked up to MAC. Like it was never anything that I would ever purchase myself. I actually once got like a cushion, well, not a cushion foundation, but like a compact foundation, and I loved it. I thought that it was so cool, and it was given to me as a gift from like a competition that I did. So I lost it very quickly because I tend to lose things very easily. But I digress. I've used to have like this admiration for the brand, and I just back then used to think that it was like, ooh, amazing. And you know, I think that it still is a good brand when it comes to the makeup. And I mean, some things to note, because I've seen other reviews from other YouTubers, and I would definitely suggest y'all to watch those as well if you want a more cohesive explanation about each and every single product, because I can't provide that for you guys since I only bought two products, but I will try to give you guys my honest, truthful thoughts about these two things. It was really interesting to me to just find this collaboration between Korean artists with primarily American makeup brand. And well, she's not Korean. I think she's Thai, if I'm not mistaken, but she is an artist that debuted in Korea. But at the same time, I think it's very empowering for Asian women all over the world to see the representation of them in makeup and beauty, especially when it comes to the Western world. Of course, beauty and skincare is super prominent in Korea. One thing that I did want to mention is that a lot of people saw a lot of similarities in the packaging with the Selena packaging whenever that one came out, and I mean Selena Quintanilla, of course. And I kind of got that vibe as well because of the kind of like deeper violet color of the packaging. But I think that it was said that this is Lisa's favorite color, so of course that makes sense. So kind of showed up in purple to support that as well. What I would probably say about that is you can't control creative freedom, and you can't control a person's favorite color and a person's just the things that they gravitate towards. It's not a trademark color in any means. So she can pick whatever color she wants. Now, when it came to the actual lipstick, the top of the liquid lipstick was also very reminiscent. Eyeliner also very reminiscent in the colors, but again, it really is just more so the color. While I see the similarities, I can't, like, there's really not much to say when it comes to that. I don't think that there's an issue with that whatsoever. All I have to say about the packaging is that it's beautiful. Of course, I love purple myself, so I really enjoy it. So when it comes to the lipstick, I got the dark one, and I believe the color is brush black. And here is what the eyeliner looks like. And I believe somewhere I read to keep the tip of the brush facing down so that the ink can more properly distribute itself upon the little eyeliner brush. I'm also gonna kind of give it a little bit of a shake because from what other people have noticed is that there isn't a whole lot of payoff when it comes to the color coming out. So after doing that, I'm going to do a quick little swatch, and this is what we're getting. Yeah, I definitely see a super duper thin brush stroke, which I think could be kind of a good thing, but also maybe not. And here is a swatch right next to it of an Almay liquid liner. And of course, it's very hard to compare these two as well because they're just completely different products. However, I think what I like about the MAC one is that the distribution of thickness of the eyeliner is maintained the same as you do a stroke. Like, it doesn't start very thick and then goes thin. It is pretty uniform in the thickness, but it is very thin. I'm not a super constant wearer of eyeliner in general. I used to be when I was younger, but not anymore. So I can definitely see this being more of a thing for people who don't wear excessive makeup. So, and this is a really important point, I think, is that Lisa probably created this collection in mind with more typical K-beauty pigmentations and like distribution of colors, which is basically more minimal, more your skin but better, more natural looks of makeup, which I very much respect. And I think that if you are a fan of K-pop, then you are probably aware of K-beauty, so you may be already kind of knowledgeable, or at least be a little bit more aware of the type of makeup that they do in Korea. So I don't think that it should come to a surprise to as many people. I think more so it may come to a surprise to people who are more used to American makeup. Specifically, obviously, you know, people that wear MAC. It of course kind of depends where MAC is offered, but it is widely offered in the Western world, and in the Western world, I think a lot of people are still used to wearing a little bit more makeup than they do in Korea, or at least just that type of finish. So I understand it, I respect it, I like it, but when it comes to the price point, I think that's more where like things are a little bit different for me. I just feel like if you're gonna get something that is more minimal, that a my skin but better finish, I think the price point should kind of be a little lower in my opinion. However, you know, just the fact that this is MAC they can't just bring down the price for one collaboration, you know? If anything, they would raise it because it's Lisa. But no, I believe that the pricing is probably very similar to what you would normally get in their other products. I'm gonna go ahead and put on a little bit of that eyeliner, and I will let you guys know my thoughts. Alrighty guys, so here is the look of the eyeliner, and I must say that I have some thoughts. Initially, I was a little bit hesitant about how thin the eyeliner strokes seem to be, and it is, but what I think is really cool about this is that this is an eyeliner that you could really use for a super thin eyeliner look. Like, you could go insanely thin with this eyeliner. And B, you can also use it to make cool designs around your eyes, since that is a little bit on trend right now. And if that interests you, this is definitely an eyeliner that you can do that with for sure. So I kind of started off going a little bit thin with this side as compared to this one. So I had to go back and try to alter my right eye to look a little bit more like my left. At this point, they kind of look like cousins instead of sisters, but I think I was able to kind of make it work. I'm not the best with eyeliner in general, but I did feel a little bit more comfortable using this type of liner because I think it was a little bit more forgiving if you make mistakes, and it just kind of allows you to go back in. I would definitely say that when it comes to the pigment itself, definitely try to keep it with the tip towards the bottom. That way you can get a darker color when it comes to your eyeliner look. What I realized is when I would go kind of over the lash line was that I could get super duper close to the actual lash line, whereas with other eyeliners I've tried in the past, it's more difficult. I end up making a thicker line, whereas with this one I had way more control over that. This really lends itself to either a more thick eyeliner look, or you can also go super dainty with it, which is really nice to have the choices. And I don't know, I feel like there's also just something about the feel of the little tiny brush itself. It feels very light, it's not heavy or thick or pointy at all, so it's very comfortable to use. Probably would think that with time that would probably change, but definitely at the beginning it even feels nice on your skin. So yeah, I would definitely say that this is a really nice little eyeliner to have. I think what would be really cool is if they would have come out with different colors in addition to the black and the brown. Additionally, what I found with the brown is that it had a more reddish undertone from what I saw in other videos. So I don't really know that that's like a super every skin type friendly or every undertone friendly, if that makes any sense. Like people with cooler toned skin, it may kind of clash a little bit with them. It's okay, I understand that there may be some limitations with some collaborations. So from the looks of this, the eyeliner was $22. So when it comes to that price, I think because it's so precise, I would want to say that it's a good price for that. Yeah, hopefully it just lasts a long time. Now on to the part that I'm the most excited about, which is the lipstick. And it is called the Powder Kiss Liquid Lip Color. And it comes in this kind of like bullet point design, which is pretty cool looking. I like her signature, it's really cute. But anyways, on the website it says that it is a liquid lip color with a whipped mousse-like texture that delivers soft focus, moisture matte, comfortable color with 10 hours of hydration. And I got mine in the shade Swoon for Blooms, which is kind of like a dusty rose. And I'm really hoping that it looks well on my skin tones. So first I'm going to do a swatch for you guys. This is how the little spoolie of it looks. And it's this one right here. It does kind of feel very moussey and soft on my hand, although I'm not fully sure that the look of it is super pretty just upon swatch. Maybe when I do the actual application and once it kind of settles and dries out, it'll be better. On the actual spoolie, it looks a little bit strange, but I'm gonna line my lips first and then I'm going to add this on. There were a lot of things going through my mind when I was putting this product on. I think the first three things probably were like, oh, this is very soft on my lips, but I don't think I like the look that it is giving them. And then at the same time, it just smells so good. So I'm like, I think I like it, but there are things that I don't like about it. So my mind is just like trying to decide what my opinions of this truly are. I think that this is a formulation that is already existing within MAC products. When it comes to the initial look, it's kind of pasty, but it doesn't feel that way on your lips. On your lips, it actually feels super soft, mousse-like and whipped, kind of like what they're describing on the website. So I think that description is pretty on point, but I don't know, at the same time, it just kind of clashes with my brain for some reason. Like, I don't love the initial swatch. Let me just show you guys. So that's the initial swatch. So you see how it's super uneven? I think that's what I don't like about this. However, I feel like the more of it that I put on, the more that I like the feeling, and I feel like I just want to put more of it on, if that makes sense. And I think that if you were to just apply it with the little spoolie applicator on its own, like, that wouldn't be enough for me. I feel like I have to go in there with my fingers and kind of spread it out. Another thing that I would say is that it doesn't feel like it's gonna dry anytime soon because of that really mousse-like texture that it has. So I just kissed it onto here and you can definitely see that there is some color that is coming off. However, it's not a lot. I think that I would probably expect more by the way that it feels on my lips, but I appreciate that it's not the whole thing coming off. So I'm really interested to see just how long this is gonna last. I'm actually gonna be eating pretty soon. So I doubt that it's going to remain after that, but I will be letting you guys know probably towards the end of the day, even though it's past midday, way past midday. It's actually like about to be 5 o'clock. I'll try to keep it on as long as I can. So I'll try to keep it on at least for a few hours and finally let you know what I think at the end of the day. What I do really like about this lipstick is that it gives you a very pretty natural finish, very much alike K-beauty products, which I think is super pretty, super cute and innocent. Kind of more subdued, you can definitely build it up. I actually ended up putting a little bit more, as you guys saw, because after that second swatch I used a lot of product. But yeah, I think that the more I look at it right now, the more that I enjoy the look, the feel, and still the smell. I can still smell it a little bit. And when it comes to the color itself, I think that I hit a home run with that as well. I think it's super pretty. I think it fits really well with my skin tone, and I think it'll fit really well with darker skin tones as well. So this is the final look. What do you guys think? Got a little primer for free, which I should have shown it to you guys. I totally forgot, but it's not from the collection, of course. It's just a little mini. I think I got it in the shade Radiant Pink, so I don't know if they offer a lot of different colors. This kind of sounds like it's something that would be more fitted for a fairer skin tone, but this is what it looks like. I'm actually just gonna apply a little bit of it. It definitely is more of a radiant type thing. I definitely don't see it covering a whole lot, so I think that this is probably just more so to prepare the skin right before you apply any makeup, and then of course to give you that little tiny bit of radiant finish. Yeah, I can see a little bit of kind of like the radiance. I only put it like on my cheeks, a little bit on my nose, and the tiniest bit on my forehead. I don't know why I got suddenly a little itchy here. Okay, and so all in all, before tax, I paid $51 for these products. What was a little bit strange to me was the shipping, but I did actually get a notification. I didn't look until just today actually, that they would probably undergo some delays because of the holiday season. But I did actually receive it maybe like 14-15 days after, so it took about 2 weeks for me to receive it. So initially I was a little grumpy about that because on the shipping label it says that it's coming from Kentucky, which is not too far from Texas. I also misspelled my name, which was kind of weird since I spelled my name right when I was putting in all that information. I don't know if that has anything to do with the delivery being a little bit more delayed. I don't know, but it was more than likely the holiday season. Overall, I liked what I received. They're nice products to have for sure. It's also nice to have the branding of the collaboration between Mac and Lisa, so that's pretty exciting. But I will probably do the tiniest little wear test after a few hours and let you know what I think after that. So it's been about 4 hours at this point. It's about 9 p.m. right now, and very quickly my thoughts about one of the products changed. So as much as I think I wanted to like the liquid lipstick, after not even like 30 minutes to an hour, I started seeing just kind of like a little bit of pilling on my lips, and it just not looking like consistent and keeping its place basically. I didn't love that. I also felt like maybe by going like this, that might also kind of help a little bit, but it actually didn't. I feel like it probably made it worse because it spread it out. I probably would have had to have gone with my finger again, which is not really like the most hygienic thing if doing your day-to-day activities and you may not have like time to wash your hands and stuff like that. And of course I ate, as I told you guys, and it basically all came off. I really just have maybe like a little bit more so on the closer to the edges of my lips. The formulation of it is kind of similar to like the soft matte type of lipsticks from NYX, and those are way more affordable. So I feel like if you're gonna want to get that type of feel, then you're better off spending a little bit less money. For the star of the show and my favorite of the two products would definitely be the eyeliner. Like I said, it's only been 4 hours and this claims to be good for 24, so in theory I would have to wait pretty much a whole nother day. But from what I see right now, you can tell that there's a little bit of wear on my eyes. I would definitely say that my favorite product at this point is the eyeliner. I feel like a lot of my eyelid gets hidden just because of the shape of my eye, so then it seems like I'm wearing more eyeliner than what I actually am for some reason. This eyeliner is that because it's so thin, you're kind of able to see more of the eyelid rather than not, because of how delicate and thin of a line you can create with this one. So I do genuinely appreciate that. So I hope that you enjoyed this mini review. Do you think that you are going to be purchasing any of these products, or have you purchased them already? Or are there any products that were sold out before you purchased? If so, I'm sorry. I would like to know your thoughts in the comments down below, and let me know if there's any specific collaboration or just products that you are interested in wanting me to try. And if they're not horribly expensive, then I will definitely give it some thought. I hope that y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.